Many thanks for joining us today, the 30th day of March 2024, right here at Lookup Weekend. My name is John Matava. Our sign language interpreter is Felista Adundo. We have a lot for you tonight, including the fake Pazo fertilizer in the country, and of course we'll be giving you that details in just a few. But first, the top stories. Making headlines tonight.
Tayari hata kabla ya msimamo huu wa sasa tumekuwa tukipambana na maneno ya pombe na maneno ya mihadarati.
Police arrest one person, nab 810 liters of ethanol and KRF fake stamps in Kitengela, Kajiado County.
Juzi tulisikia iko fake fertilizer, lakini tuliona kama hiyo fake fertilizer ni mambo ya transportation. Nafikiri mtu ya kufanya transportation ndio wanakuja kubadilisha njiani ama sijui hatujui.
Farmers in Eldoret refute fake fertilizer claims in the midst of the subsidy fertilizer probe. And World Rally Championship enters day 3 as drivers battle through the 3 stages of Elementaita, Soisambu and Sleeping Warrior. Once again, many thanks for joining us from wherever you're watching from. You can be part of the conversation by engaging us on our socials at Lookuptv. Once again, my name is John Matava. Our sign language interpreter is Felista Adundo. Let's get started. One person has been arrested in an illicit brew crackdown in Kitengela, Kajiado County with 810 liters of ethanol, fake KRS stamps and assorted liquor bottles nabbed. As Onesmus Musonyi now reports, detectives have lauded the public for a great tip-off as the government steps up in efforts to fight against illicit brew in the country.
As the government intensifies the war against illicit brew across the country, a raid in Thorngrove area, Kitengela, after a detailed tip-off from area residents saw detectives today arrest one person and nabbed 810 liters of ethanol, fake Kenya Revenue Authority KRS stamps and assorted liquor bottles. According to residents, the owner of the said warehouse did not live in the premises despite owning it for close to 5 years, while access to the fenced property was bluntly denied.
Hii nyumba imekuwa suspicious all along because mwenyewe akai huku, lakini kuna mfanyikazi mmoja ambapo anakanga hapa. Hata unapoona hii nyumba ni kama hall, haina ati makazi mazuri pahali pa kukaa, lakini kuna mtu mmoja anaishi hapa, lakini tumekuwa tukimsuspect, lakini hawezi ruhusu sisi tuingie na hapa ndani. So wakati leo tumeweza kuintercept hiyo gari na tukakuja na wao, tukaweza kuingia ndani, ndio tumaana tumepata kama kuna pombe.
Isinya area OCPD Patrick Manyasi, who led the operation, said that they were thankful to the residents who gave them a tip-off and encouraged them to continue with cooperation with security agencies in order to crack down all criminal operations in the area.
If it was not because of the honesty and the cooperation of the members of the public, it would have been a very, very hard nut to crack. But we are very grateful to them, and we still insist that we need that kind of cooperation so that we shall be able to succeed in this operation. So it was a very, very successful operation. We have arrested one gentleman who was driving a Noah, and he had loaded the jerrycans in the vehicle, but when the members of the public intercepted and locked him, he ran back to the warehouse. In the process of offloading, the OCS arrived, but one of the caretakers of the warehouse managed to escape in that process.
Onesmus Musonyi, Lookuptv.
Farmers in Eldoret town was in Gishu County have refuted claims of the presence of substandard fertilizer in the National Cereals and Produce Board. Speaking at the NCPB board offices, they acknowledged the delay in the subsidized fertilizer distribution as farmers are forced to dig deeper in their pockets to acquire the fertilizer. Despite some farmers in the country complaining about being sold substandard fertilizer they purchased from the National Cereals and Produce Board, farmers in Eldoret town have denied these claims.
Juzi tulisikia iko fake fertilizer, lakini tuliona kama hiyo fake fertilizer ni mambo ya transportation. Nafikiri mtu ya kufanya transportation ndio wanakuja kubadilisha njiani ama sijui hatujui.
However, there is a confusion within the National Series and the Produce Board, where farmers have found themselves at a loss after being informed that the subsidized fertilizer has not arrived at their warehouses. This has led to some of them incur extra expenses, traveling frequently from various locations in search of a solution.
Tungependa tuambiwe ni shida iko wapi? Is it transportation ama ni ile tu tunaona umbwa ukitupia mfupa itakuwa tunapanua mdomo, tunapanua tu, tunaendelea kupanua tu, tukipata 2 tunaenda nayo, ikibaki 3 na hii jua yote. So we are asking Ministry of Agriculture, is it genuine for us to staff this way?
Additionally, the manager of the National Cereals and Produce Board in Eldoret Town has stated that there is an increase in the number of farmers in need of large quantities of fertilizer, and they're also facing challenges in transport logistics.
Nikapata mbolea kunia 2 badala ya kunia 20. Mimi kuna shida na wale walikuwa na register mambo ya mbolea. Sasa wengi wao wengine wako hapa saa hizi hawachapata hata forger, hawachakuwa registered, hawachakuwa updated kwa hii mambo ya system.
John Matava, Lookuptv.
Farmers in Bungoma County have called for the removal of the Agriculture CS Medhika Linturi from office after they purchased fake fertilizer from the NCPB centers in the region. They're now calling on President William RUTO to intervene and help them recover their money. Ebi Kadenyi with the details.
A week after the Kenya Bureau of Standards exposed fake fertilizer in NCPB stores across the country, farmers continue to complain about the heavy losses they've incurred. Leaders in Kakamega County have blamed Agriculture CS Medhika Linturi for failing farmers as they demanded his removal from office.
Kama kweli tunapeana mawe, mchanga kwa wakulima wa Kenya, hii Kenya haki ya Mungu imekwisha. Sababu hatuwezi maliza njaa Kenya bila mbegu na bila mbolea bora.
Serious Member of Parliament John Waluke calling on CS Linturi to publicly apologize to Kenyans for his oversight.
Hawezi kupea mtu kazi na anacheza na kazi. Kama vile hii mbolea inakuja inapitia wapi? Imetoka nchi gani? Na yeye kama minister anajua ama hajui? Na hata kama anajua ama hajui, lazima achukue blame. Na rais achukue hatua ya kupeleka watu kama hawa nyumbani.
Bumula Ward Member of Parliament Jack Wamboka called out the Kenya Kwanza government for its empty promises as he urged the president to intervene and ensure that Kenyans who are given fake fertilizer get their money back.
It is common sense. Ndio mwananchi atafute hiyo 2,000-3 ndio aenda apange laini kwa cereals board. Imemgharimu muda, imemgharimu hela. Mimi naomba serikali irudishie wale watu ambao wamepoteza pesa, iwarudishie pesa yao. Kwa sababu the only innocent thing they did ni kuona kwamba wao wakitaka mbolea waende wanunue mbolea kwa government agency, cereals board, ambayo hao wanaamini serikali. The only problem was to trust government, and they have lost their money.
Ebi Kadenyi, Lookuptv.
Many thanks, Ebi Kadenyi. The Azimio principal and Wiper party leader Kalonzo Musyoka slammed the court order stopping the implementation of the NADCO report, saying they are ready for the maandamano if the report is not actualized. Speaking in Mombasa County, Musyoka termed the order as state-sponsored. Brian Amwai now reports.
A day after the courts, through Lady Justice Dora Chepkwony, blocked Parliament from appointing a panel to audit the 2022 presidential election, a recommendation of the NADCO report, Azimio co-principal Kalonzo Musyoka has termed the order as state-sponsored, threatening to take to the streets if the report is not implemented.
Wanataka sasa kugeuka. Wanataka huo mpangilio huo wa kishetani kabisa. Kwa hivyo tukiwa hapa Lungalunga, nataka tuwape onyo hawa, onyo kwamba bado tunaweza tukarudi kwa maandamano. Nyinyi mko tayari? Mko tayari kuandamana muokoe Kenya? Wangapi wako tayari
maandamano? Lakini wakiteleza waharibu hiyo mambo ya NADCO, sisi tunasema tuko tayari tujiunge na madaktari wetu, tujiunge na walimu wetu, turudi wapi? Maandamano. Watu wa Kwale mko tayari? Muko tayari?
The opposition has accused the government of not having goodwill and faith, accusing the Kenya Kwanza government of being behind the court ruling.
Wamefanya njama wakatuma mtu kotini aende asimamishe hiyo report isitekelezwe. Hiyo inamaanisha ya kwamba wenzetu wa Kenya Kwanza tangu mwanzoni hawakuwa na walikubali mambo ya bomas shingo upande. Hawakutaka kushukisha ushuru sababu 2024 wako wanaenda kuongeza ushuru tena. VAT waliweka kwa mafuta mwaka jana.
On Friday, the High Court suspended the implementation of the report pending the outcome of a case brought forward by activist Michael Mushemi. Mushemi argues that the report challenged the Kenyan constitution by proposing an election audit outside the law. It is a report that came about as a result of opposition protests that had rocked the country.
Thousands of security guard officers were today registered in a mass exercise led by private security regulatory authority after the registration PRSA has declared an increase in salary to a minimum of 30,000 Kenyan shillings in accordance with the CBA. Shamila Baraza with more.
During a vigorous registration exercise held by Private Security Regulatory Authority, CEO Fazul Mohammed indicated that they will not recognize any collective bargaining agreement that pays security workers below 30,000 Kenyan shillings.
Mambo ya holiday, mnafanya kazi holiday, it is also provided for under the Employment Act. If you work overtime, you must be paid. Kama kuna holiday lazima, sindio? Askari lazima, ataheshimika. And even Bwana Bunge, these are some of the proposals we also want. These people here, we have people with degrees, diploma, PhDs here. Sidi kweli, ni maisha tu saa zingine, lakini next time we see police recruiting, we will want you guys to go there with your guard force number.
The rise of salaries of the guards dominated the agenda of the meeting, with Nairobi Governor Johnson Sakaja expressing dissatisfaction with unfulfilled commitments to private security guards.
Mimi nimesikia utumu mambo mawili. Na mnisikize. Unajua mimi ndo baba yenu. Yeah? I must tell you the truth. I feel pain. Mambo mawili yakifanyika. When you take these security officers for granted, and when you take the community for granted.
United Democratic Alliance Secretary General Cleophas Malala urged security group leaders to advocate for the implementation of the agreements reached during the meeting, adding that his party will ensure the resolutions made are effected.
Tunaomba tafadhali tujaribu tuhakikishe tumeimplement. Vile vile viongozi wa serikali mjue kwamba vile mumeongeza Fazul, you need to lobby your sister, your colleagues in the different sagas of the government.
Shamila Baraza, Lookuptv.
Kel Rovanpera of Toyota Gazoo has continued to extend his lead in the third day of the WRC Safari Rally held in Naivasha. Japanese Takamoto Katsuta settled in the second place, while Frenchman Adrien Formax of M Sport Ford came in third place. The captains of the WRC Safari Rally Kenya will fall on Sunday at Earls Gate, Naivasha. Government offices drawn from the national and the county government in Kilifi were today embroiled in a fight with goons as they tried to reclaim the 8-acre piece of land from the Salim Awar, a private developer. The officers claiming that Awar had fraudulently acquired the land 2 years ago. Maureen Bosire now reports.
It was business unusual in Mtwapa after Kilifi County askaris accompanied by the officers from the State Department of Culture, Arts and Heritage and the National Museum of Kenya officials tried to break down a perimeter wall of land said to belong to the government. Moments after the demolition began, They were attacked by goons allegedly hired by private developer Salim Awad. The goons started pelting stones on the earth excavator after the gate and the part of the wall had been flattened, prompting everyone to scamper for their safety. Umi Bashir said that the land was fraudulently acquired by Awad 2 years ago, despite him claiming to have bought the piece of land from a commercial bank and was issued with the approval letter from Kilifi County to proceed with developing the land.
Mimi ndo mwenye shamba plot number 318. Wakati na nimenunua hiyo shamba, Tete ameleta wahuni pamoja na Kenchonga kusimamisha kujenga ukuta. Walivunja ukuta mara ya kwanza na wakasimamisha ukuta mara ya pili. Nikaripoti hiyo kesi police station. Wakaitwa, wakaulizwa, wa declare interest.
Edwin Abonyo, chairman of the National Museum of Kenya board, warned Awad for hiring goons to disrupt government officers from doing their work, adding that he had fraudulently acquired the land.
Somebody to be able to grab land, look at the kind of wall he's putting up here. This is somebody with money. So usually land grabbers, they are not the peasants, and these are moneyed group of people, and they come and you wonder even why somebody should come and grab land. If you have this kind of money, why don't you go and buy land properly and put your money where it is not threat to anybody, and you are also peaceful in whatever you're doing.
The land reclaiming exercise comes after the Interior CS Kithure Kindiki waged war on land grabbers in the region last week.
Fraud here in Kilifi County. Some of that fraud is perpetuated in cahoots with public officials, and will crack down on land fraudsters and criminals.
Maureen Nyakerario Bosire, Lookuptv.
And that story by Maureen Bosire takes us on our first short break right in Lookup Weekend. Stay with us. We'll be coming back with more news for you. Stick around.
Open University of Kenya, which was chartered on the 3rd of August 2023, aims to revolutionize higher education by breaking down barriers such as cost, previous exam grades, and geographical location through online open learning at the comfort of your home, job, etc., thus ensuring accessibility to education for all members of the society. In a nutshell, Open University of Kenya leverages technology to deliver education.
Open University has brought a new dawn in the Kenya education system, where learners are able to access education in a flexible, affordable, and all-inclusive.
Intakes ongoing for May and September. For more information, call us on 0202000211 or 0202000212 or email us at info@ouk.ac.ke. Open University of Kenya, an innovative university for inclusive prosperity.
Welcome back and thank you so much for staying with us. Let's continue. The Kenya Women Teachers Association chairperson Modesta Kaki has reiterated that there is no tussle between the association and teachers' trade unions, NAT and KUPPET. Speaking in Siaya County during the launch of the welfare programs for both working and retired teachers, Akaki noted that the association had partnered with Family Bank to empower women teachers. A section of retired teachers lauded the association for ensuring that teachers' welfare is well contained.
We care for the teachers, and our motto is our sister's keeper. We simply care for the welfare of our members. That if our member is not comfortable, then we cannot say we are comfortable. So we have many programs that KEWOTA is running for its members. We have one which we have launched here today for buying tanks, whereby KEWOTA has partnered with Containers and Family Bank, whereby you can apply for a loan and then you buy the tank, or you can buy the tank by paying your money in installments. We have no relationship or fight with NAT and KEWOTA except that we both represent teachers. As simple as that. But you know, if you have been having this position of being the owner, that NAT and KUPPET were the only unions there, when they felt the new child on the block come about, they got scared. But as I talk today, we have a very good working relationship with our unions, because KEWOTA will not go and represent you in a problem that needs a trade union to address. Just like NAT will not come and stand in for a welfare problem with KEWOTA. So let's differentiate the two. One is a union, one is an association. We stand for the same thing, that we represent the Kenyan teachers.
Tana River residents have a reason to smile after Red Cross and the USAID organization launched a free medical treatment for expectant mothers and their children. These and more stories in our counter up with Lorna Lorraine Ombuya.
It is reprieve for thousands in Tana River who are set to get free consultations for pregnant women, maternity education and vaccination services to children under 5 years. The exercise, courtesy of Tana River County Government and the USAID, is aimed at improving healthcare in the region.
Toka huu mradi wa UNICEF utujie hapa, tunashukuru sana. Tumebadilika upande wa usafi, vyoo, ulishe, pia namna ya kulisha watoto, jinsi ya kunyonyesha watoto, kwa vile wanavyotufundisha masomo yao na mafundisho yao.
Elsewhere, more than 500 Muslims in Kilifi County have received food from direct aid. Ahmed Abdul Rahman from the NGO noted that many people in the region are grappling with the prevailing economic times.
Tuko hapo leo Kilifi County kwa kugawanya chakula cha iftari kwa munasaba huu mwezi wa Ramadhani. Kuna watu wengi hajiwezi.
Finally, Kisii County Women Rep Doris Aburi has assured residents that the county government has sufficient medication to treat various ailments. While giving treatment to people affected by jiggers, the legislature encouraged locals to seek medical help anytime they are unwell.
Leo hapa tumebadilisha charity mission. Initially tumekuwa tunatibu jiggers peke yake. Kupitia ngaf na waisani tumepata dawa mingi sana. Hapa watu watatibiwa.
Lorna Lorraine Ombuya, Lookuptv.
Time for some sporting action now. KCB FC has qualified into the last 8 of the FKF Mozartbet Cup after edging out Bidco United 3-1 in a match held at Police Sacco Stadium. In other matches, Sofapaka edged out Bungoma Stars with 5-4 in penalties after the 2-2 draw. Defending champions Kakamega Homeboys beat Tusker FC 1-0 to qualify in the quarterfinals.
Tunashukuru Mungu kwa kuweza kupata ushindi. Ushindi umekuwa ni kielelezo kubwa kwetu kwa kazi ambayo tumekuwa tukifanya kwa hizo wiki 3. Tunashukuru pia wachezaji, tumepata hizo points, tumepata kwenda kwa nafasi nyingine. So tunawashukuru pia, tumeweza kufunga mabao. Hizo siku zingine hatukuwa tunaweza kufunga mabao, lakini leo pia tunashukuru tumeweza kufunga mabao. Katika kombe la Mozartbet ni kila game tunai-approach vitofauti. Sasa game ijayo pia tutai-approach vitofauti, lakini sasa unajua ni competition, it's all about to win, na Mwenyezi Mungu akitujalia tutakuwa na matokeo mema.
Tani tumedonate mabao because tumefungwa na zile vitu tumewakia throughout the week. Tumefungwa na set pieces. Tulijua ni wa strong sana kwa set pieces, na hizo ndio tumeconsider nazo. And then pia nadhani pia reaction yetu kama team imekuwa too slow hapo kwa set pieces because tumekuwa tukifungwa kama tumesimama tu. Defending yetu haijakuwa nzuri. Tumekuwa tu vibaya kwa defending hapo kwa set pieces. But pia second half I think tumekuwa better team. Tumechange mfumo tukakuja na watu watatu nyuma, defenders watatu na midfielder watu watano, na tukadominate game kabisa, na tumecreate chances pia. Ni vile pia sasa tujazifunga zile chances tumecreate, then tumelose. So congratulations to KCB.
The Talanta Hela Under-19 football team in Spain has embarked on the elite training camps and high-intensity friendly matches after the conclusion of the Costa Dorada Cup, where they registered good results. The team today held a recovery training session at the Nastic Soccer Academy in Nairobi ahead of their friendly match against Eldense.
To have a prevent work for don't suffer injuries. I'm going to do a mobility work first to warm up, then a strength work for upper body, because it's a type of exercise that help him to be better, to recover after the match, because they played yesterday and we need to recover after the match.
Hii recovery session ya leo imekuwa smart, inasaidia mwili kurelax, itulie, ingoje next activities after kucheza games mob.
Many thanks for watching. At exactly 25 minutes past 9 p.m. My name is John Matava. Sign language interpreter tonight has been Felista Adundo. Many thanks for joining us, and of course a lot of feedback from the Facebook, of course, will be sampling that in the next bulletin. My name is John Matava. Once again, please do have a very fantastic good night.